Field in Pittsburgh. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
About the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 109 yards. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Down and sacked.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 88 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 14. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
somewhere
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carter. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Steelers. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter.
To number 89.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you go to short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
To number 22.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he stopped immediately there.
Number 38.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A loss of 9 yards.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Bengals 10. Steelers.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Pittsburgh Steelers. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And hitting Juju on the slant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard.
A run for Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Smith.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Second and 2.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to loft one deep over the middle and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
An incomplete and excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell him, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Bengals.
Right back to him on first down. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd and short. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Take over 1st and 10.
Here the Bengals set to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1. At the 46-yard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Forced out to his left. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They run. Chubb. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And it's up and good. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. And he he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Steelers 3.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 52
A big play there for the Bengals. 52 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. 15 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it.
And trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
The kicker on.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's now 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And 4 at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now here's a throw that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 45.
The throw right sideline here is complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man is lost, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock.
25-yard line.
They set up the screen to Chubb. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brings up third down.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Bengals 49.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Steelers,